go pull it up. What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your this week only Tuesday team here today. You have myself, Alpha Dog Bets, here with my guy, Hefe from Hefe Picks. Hefe, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Happy Tuesday. Excited to go down the slate.
Great baseball day today. It's an absolutely great slate. We have actually pre-put in there 5 games. We normally only do 4, but there are 5 games I really want to talk about today. As always, any other games you guys want to talk about, drop them in the comments. We are here for you. I absolutely love today's slate. Going over to the comments, Jabo, that's not one we had pre-selected. I will get it on the list. And Monzi is saying, what's up, fellas? What's up, Monzi? We appreciate both of you guys tuning in as always. Hefe, what's going on with you?
Not much, man. Nothing much. Beautiful Tuesday. Last night was pretty solid, other than the Dodgers.
Well, let's get into that. Let's get right into our wrong one. It's Monday recap. I'm flipping it. I did Tuesday because it is Tuesday, but we're doing our Monday recap. Hefe, go over your day.
So yesterday we lost our big one. Gotta be honest, lost our big one with the Cardinals on the run line. They ended up winning by 1, which is something that I said they wouldn't do. But then pretty much everything else fell into place. Phillies were good. Rangers somehow won that game after Baldy had a terrible start. Brewers was free, to say it lightly.
They just stay being free. They just stay being
and,
free.
The Padres was a relatively sweat-free victory as well. So solid day across the board. And even though I wasn't on it,
We still got you, Hef?
Yeah, why? Something happened.
Okay, last couple words of that cutoff. What did you finish with that one?
I said even the Yankees got a W.
There we go. Of course, that's the one that
I got my cat.
The Heifer Cat has made an appearance. Fun fact on the show, guys. Neither of us have lost a bet ever when the Hefe Cat has made an appearance. This is also the first time the Hefe Cat has made an appearance. What is up, kitty? I won't give out the name. That's your job to do that. Cat looks good. I'll go over my day. What a day. I know we gave out the Astros on the show plus 1.5. I got a little spicy. Hef. Right before game time, I said, you know what? Fuck it. We're giving the clients the money line. We're going the plus 145. They're going to win this game outright. They did. Phillies plus money outright as well. Padres plus money outright as well. So it was a massive day for the Alpha Dog team yesterday. We were hitting on all the dogs we gave out. So it was a big day. I'm excited to dive into today's slate. We're running hot now, and I have a good read on a lot of these games. At least I feel I do for today's slate. So, Hefe, we want to give the people as many games as possible. You ready to dive into the slate?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're going right into the MLB, boys. First game we're breaking down. Excuse me. The Philadelphia Phillies going to Cincinnati, taking on the Reds. And the Phillies are coming in big favorites yet again. Right around a minus 150 right now. Pitching for the Phillies is Ranger Danger Suarez. Rangers 8-5 on the year with a 2.94 ERA and a 1.15 whip. On the other side, Brady Singer, 9-9 with a 4.53 ERA. Hefe. Brady Singer had a great start to the year. His record was great. It's kind of started to come back to a little bit more of reality the last couple games, the latter part of the season. What do you like in this game? Phillies are red hot. This team really seems like they can't lose right now. Winners of 4 consecutive games. Well, on the other side, the Reds are losers of 3 of their last 5, including 2 out of 4 to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we know how good the Pittsburgh Pirates are this year. So all that being said, Hefe, what you got?
If you look at this game, I think I got to look at how yesterday's game went down. Reds are, I don't want to say in control, but they were up 1-0 from the get-go. I think they scored their 1 run in the first inning.
Yep.
And it wasn't until the 4th where the Phillies came back. Tied it up, took the lead, and then Schwarber put him ahead for good. Whenever that happens and a team comes back to win late in a game and they have another game right the next day, I love taking that team. I feel like baseball's the one game where the momentum from the last game goes right into the next game because they always play the day after. Well, not always, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
I'm rolling with the Phillies here. I want to take them on the run line. It's a nice plus 105. But if you're not comfortable with that, I think the Phillies are a great parlay piece with a bunch of other teams that I'm sure we'll go over as the show goes on that you could put in there with them. There are a few teams today that I see that are going to get a win. But their run line is just too either weird or too juiced.
Would you take the money line here? It's right around a minus 150, and I say it on the show all the time. That's the max I like to play. Right now, it's at a minus 152, so I'm going to call that a minus 150. We're just a couple cents over. Would you be willing to risk that on a one-unit, let's say, straight play on the Phillies in this type of spot, or do you like the parlay option better?
I would. If this was, like the Monday Night Football version of baseball where it's the only game on, I would, yes. But I think looking at this slate, there are definitely two teams, maybe even three, in my opinion, that you could parlay them with that are also going to win today, who you could talk yourself in the same situation. Do you want to take the run line? Do you not? Do you want to take a juiced money line or not?
Yeah, I totally understand that and totally agree with you. I just want to make sure we're not covering the second game here before I give out my parlay because I'm with you 1,000%. I'm parlaying the Phillies here. They're just too red hot to not. And we're not covering that second game today, so I'll give it out. Hefe, your team. They may have let us down yesterday, but the Cardinals and the money line are who I'm going to be parlaying this with. Guys, the parlay of the Phillies and the Cardinals right now comes in at a plus 160. A plus 160. A big value play, in my opinion. I think the Phillies get it done. Brady Singer has not been great. And Cardinals, Rockies. Do I really need to go into depth on why we're fading the Rockies on the road?
Yes, you do, because it goes right on what I just said. Did you see how that game went down?
Yes.
Cardinals are up 2-1 pretty much the entire game. Rockies.
Down 2-1. Down 1.
Yeah,
down 2-1.
Cardinals, I think, came back also. Don't quote me. I think it was the 8th. It was the 8th. Yeah.
Yep.
It was
it was late. It was late.
They came back. Put up 3-2. They got 3 outs at the top of the 9th. Game over. This Cardinals-Rockies game has all the feels of an 8-3 victory.
Yep, I feel the exact same way, but I'm not willing to play the Cardinals run line.
No.
Yesterday, I'm not doing it again.
No, they proved to you that they cannot win by 2.
I prefer to bet the Rockies to just lose. Right now, with how bad they are, let me just watch them lose, and I think that will come better for us today.
I will be honest. The Cardinals were not one of the 3 teams that I was thinking of parlaying with the Phillies, so it's interesting.
Really?
One of yours, but I am positive we're going over some of these. So
good. All right, well, let's move on to the second game we're going over today then, Hefe. The second game we're breaking down today is going to be JD's Atlanta Braves going to New York and taking on the worst team I've ever seen in baseball, the New York. Pitching for your Atlanta Braves is Spencer Strider, and man, his numbers do not look like they are attached to him. They look like they're attached to almost any other pitcher. He's 5-9 on the year with a 4.04 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. This guy was one of the leading Cy Young candidates the last couple of years, one of the best pitchers in baseball the last couple of years. Had major surgery, is not right yet. He's just not. And on the show, we've said, he's going to get his innings in. Once he gets his innings up, he'll probably come back to natural form, probably start pitching a lot better than he's been. He's up to almost 100 innings now, guys. He's up to over 80 innings, 82 on the season, and it's just not working for him. They have lost 3 of the last 5 games that he started. On the road, he's even worse than he's been at home. He's 2-4 on the year on the road with a 4.5 ERA, and that's the spot he's in tonight. The Mets are at home. Guys, you all know the situation with the Mets. I don't need to go into great detail. They are on a 7-game losing streak. If you've played the Mets over the last couple weeks, you've beaten them. Period. End of story. The Braves have been bad this year. We've talked about that all year on the show. However, they are tied on the season with the Mets in head-to-head. They are 2-2 against each other so far this year. Pitching for the Mets is Clay Holmes. Another guy I've talked about over the last couple of weeks who's starting to pitch worse and worse. He can't go late into games, and his innings are starting to get a little bit too high for what he's used to pitching in a season. Friendly reminder, Clay Holmes has been a closer for the duration of his career. They've moved him to a starter. He had a great start to his season, was one of the better starters we really saw in the first half of the year. That has changed. He's not been able to go deep into games. Teams are starting to hit him, and he's really started to labor a bit. All that being said, Hefe, we got the Braves, we got the Mets, the battle of 2 teams that don't seem to want to win a game right now. What do you got?
You got to be absolutely out of your mind to be.
Thank you, Brucey. Thank you, Brucey. We appreciate you stopping in as always.
You got to be out of your mind to bet the Mets. Honestly, you got to be out of your mind to just even think about that. I'm seeing the Mets as high as minus 145 on the money line. God bless your soul. If you want to do that, go for it. You want to mess up your Tuesday, you have that chance. I know the Braves have just played 5 games in a row against the Marlins because they had a doubleheader in there, but they did go 4-1 in that weird 5-game series.
Yeah.
And in their 4 wins, they scored 8 runs twice and 7 runs twice. I'm thinking this is a little bit kind of weirdly priced. It's priced as a Mets play, and I totally understand that. Just like what I said yesterday about the Yankees, I'm not taking the Mets until they prove to me they can legitimately actually, I don't know, win a game, pitch past the 5th inning. Any one of those, combination of those would be cool. Oh, wait, close a game, not give up a lead. Any combination of those.
Anything would work. I mean, their last game, they're on 5-0. 5-0. And they blew it as well. They just can't do anything right now.
So, absolutely not. This is hey, am I saying the Mets don't have a chance to win? Hell, they might. But I ain't dumb enough to put my hard-earned money on them.
I agree. This is going to be a no play for me, guys. I definitely lean the Braves here with the value on the plus money side. But this could be the one the Mets get back. The Mets are a much better home team than they are a road team. They are 38-21 at home on the year. Well, the Braves have legitimately the opposite road record. They're 21-38, so they're exactly reversed from each other. The Mets should win. But that's why this is priced at a minus 135 to a minus 145. If this was both teams playing in their normal season form, have they been playing all year, the Mets would be a minus 250. But because of how bad they've been as of late, that's why you're getting a cheap price here. So if you do want to take the Mets at a discount at minus 135 to minus 140, I don't blame you, but I agree with everything Hefe said. I have to see them win a ball game before I back them again. You guys watch the show, you know I've backed them a couple times in this losing streak. I just can't do it again. I just can't keep betting this team until they show me they are capable of winning a few baseball games in a row. So for me, it's a no play with a lean on the Braves. But if the Mets won, I would not be terribly surprised here. Hefe, let's keep it rolling right along to another game I really wanted to talk about today, which is going to be the Boston Red Sox going back into Houston and taking on the Astros. The interesting thing about this one is the pitching matchup. Pitching for the Red Sox is Dustin May. Dustin May is 6-8 on the year with a 5 ERA and a 1.4 whip. On the other side, we got Spencer Arrighetti. Arrighetti, this is only going to be his 3rd start of the year, or his 4th start of the year, I apologize, but he has not done well so far in his early action. He's 1-2 on the year with a 7.5 ERA. Granted, it's only been 13 innings, but he really struggled his last outing as well. All that being said, Hefe, the Astros had a massive win last night, even with Alex Bregman of the Red Sox. You have to kind of say it now so people are sure, because these two teams playing each other first time since he's left. But Bregman, who's now a Red Sox, took them deep in the first inning. They had a nice 2-0 lead. However, the Astros battled back, were able to hold on and win a 7-6 ball game. Is that going to happen again today, Hefe? What do you got? We got you, J-Bo. Thank you, by the way, thank you, J-Bo, for putting this on here. Right before the show started, I said to Hefe, I hope J-Bo or somebody comes in here and adds the Blue Jays because I didn't add them, but that's a game I want to talk about. J-Bo, you always come up clutch for us.
Red Sox, after that nice little winning streak they had, I don't know, about a week or 2 ago, find themselves 1-4 in their last 5. Rough stretch out there in San Diego. They lose this first one, even though, they had the lead, lost the lead, almost came back, didn't have enough. Houston ended up closing it. What a good bullpen. And today you're looking at a pitching matchup that I guess it favors the Red Sox, but not.
Not really. Like, Arrighetti has some good stuff. We haven't seen a lot of him this year, coming back from injury.
Like we've been saying yesterday, like I'll continue saying today, and like I'll continue feeling through this month of August. I'm rolling with the hot team. I'm taking the Astros.
At the minus 115. I don't blame you there. I have a couple things I want to talk to you about on this game. Because I think the Astros do get the win. That's the side that I would take if I were to take anything. But how do you feel about the total here? Both pitchers have struggled and given up a total of 12 runs combined them on average ERA. The total in this game is currently set at 8.5, and it's juiced on the under. Do you think these teams could put up some runs? We just saw them score 13 last night. The Astros bats were hot all series against the Yankees. The Red Sox, they've kind of cooled off a little bit. They are losers of 4 of their last 5. However, they did have very high total games when they were just playing in San Diego. So what are your thoughts about that? One thing I do want to add, the Red Sox are 26-33 on the road when they're a 65-55 ball club. They really struggle on the road, which we saw that last night. While the Astros are 12 games above 500 at home this year and are much better at home. So that does also lean me to taking the Stros a little bit more than the over. But what do you think about the total? Because it's low. It's low for these two pitchers.
It's very low, and I hate that it's juice to the under. Very sharp. I could see it go either way. If in a weird way, I'd feel much better if this was juice to the over.
Me too. Me too.
And I know it's weird to say because you're obviously, if you feel like it's going over, you can get a better number at it right now. But Vegas wasn't built on giving people free odds.
Yeah.
And that's why I am staying away from the total here. This is a very sharp line, in my opinion.
I don't blame you. I do think this one will go comfortably under, but I am more comfortable playing the Astros with how hot their bats have been with the new reinvigorated Astros lineup since they got Carlos Correa back in the fold. The whole team seems to be playing better. Jose Altuve looks like he turned the clock about 5 to 7 years over the last couple weeks. So this team is steaming right now. And Hefe, what do we say on the show? If a team is hot during the summer, what do we continue to do?
Got it, Chase. Got to keep tailing. Got it. You just have to.
Got it.
And it's the same thing about the opposite side. When a team's cold, you stay off until they prove to you that they can get a win. And then you're on their trail. I mean, there are multiple teams right now. We have not spoken about the two hottest teams in the league yet. We're about to right now. That are just reeling off wins that if you're not paying attention, you could be making a lot of money.
Could not agree more. Well, Hefe, you kind of introed what we're talking about next. That's going to be the Pirates going to Milwaukee and taking on the Brewers. The reason this is a good game, it's Paul Skeens Day. Paulie Skeens is 7-8 on the year with a 1.9 ERA and a 0.93 WHIP. On the other side is Freddie Peralta. Peralta is 13-5 with a 3.03 ERA and a 1.14 WHIP. Peralta has been an ace this year. He's turned it back. He had a bit of an interesting season last year, but he looks fantastic this season. Hefe, thoughts about this game? What do you like?
Man. This is shocking to me, to be honest with you, that the Pirates are at plus money. With the Brewers just winning 10 games in a row, Skeens there, I could see a lot of the public running and being like, this is it. This is finally, I mean, the Brewers aren't going to win every single game for the rest of the year. They're going to have to lose one. This is it. This is the game that they lose one, right? I mean, Skeens has been pitching pretty damn well recently at one of the lowest ERAs. I mean, he has one of the lowest ERAs in the league as is, but recently he's been taking that to another level.
It's been getting better and better.
And how about this? His team is actually, giving him some run support. Isn't that a crazy statistic?
You want to hear a crazy stat as well, Hefe? He's in his last 4 games, so the 4 games he's pitched since the All-Star break, he's thrown 3 shutouts. And only one of those games he's given up runs. And the funny thing is it was to the Colorado Rockies.
So it's funny. He has pitched in 4 games since the All-Star break. And you just mentioned a little trend. 3 of those shutouts. Do you know what the other trend for those 3 shutouts were versus the 1 loss?
He's won all the games, and they haven't given up a run.
No, 3 shutouts are all at home.
Good call.
And this one is in Milwaukee. I'm not saying that something as was his 1 loss in Colorado, but Colorado and Milwaukee, nothing to do with each other. We all know the ball in Colorado.
Yep.
Look, everything in my body tells me to put money on the Brewers here. But everything also tells me that first half on the Pirates is also just as good as that.
100%.
I could see this being a first half Pirates full game Brewers situation. Pirates bullpen is absolute dog shit.
Well, JD's dropped in his opinion on this game. What JD has just said is Skeens won't go deep. The Brewers have already gotten to him this season. Brewers money line not stopping now. So it looks like JD.
JD, might as well honestly just take their money line every single day for the rest of the year. Just put it in now, right now. Every single game right now today. Send the slip. You won't.
Parlay him. We all know that's
every single Brewers game from now until September 30th right now. Be about it.
Let's see what happens there. Hefe, I'll jump in here next. I'm taking the over, guys. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be the contrarian. I'm going to be taking the over 6.5 here. And I do believe we will see a ton of runs. What did we say? What did I miss? Is there a comment I missed? No. I did it again. I put them on stage. I apologize to everyone out there. I'm normally able to put these comments on the stage. I have not done that. That is on me. They are now on stage. You will see them flowing in without me having to put them on the screen. But back to this game. Like I said, I do love the over here, guys. I really think we will see a good amount of runs. Paul Skeens, 7-8 on the year, 1.94 ERA. But guys, if this game goes to 3-3, we've already won this bet because it has to go to 7. This is when we're playing the number. This is when we're 100% playing the number. The 6.5 is an over number that I like to play. It does hit at a very high rate. You only get 6.5 lines when it's two very good pitchers. And historically, those games go over. I think Paul Skeens will struggle, as Hefe alluded to. He's put up a lot of shutouts, but that has been at home. He's not home today. He's pitching in Milwaukee. And Milwaukee's a team that knows how to put up runs. They're the best on the bases in baseball. They're the best stealing bases. They're best at taking extra bases. And they're best at manufacturing runs. That is what they do.
In the league. They're the best record. I mean, they're just the best team in the league at this point.
Thomas must be just tuning in. Yes, we did hit all 3 dogs yesterday, so we appreciate you tuning in. For this game, I definitely would take the Brewers if I were on the side, but my favorite play, like I said, is going to be the over 6.5. It is an official play for me. That will be what my clients are playing in this one. Anything you want to add to this game, Hefe, before we keep it rolling to the next one?
No, let's keep going.
Our resident Pittsburgh Pirate, Footy Chancellor, has joined, and he is a little upset, it looks like, that we are not backing his Pittsburgh Pirates today. Sorry, Footy. Got to see him win a couple games. They've been pretty dog shit as of late. Apologies. First of all, I can't unfriend somebody. This isn't fucking Facebook. Never mind, I digress. Let's keep it rolling. All right, Hefe, next game we're breaking down today is going to be the Padres and the Giants. Padres, we love you. Great win last night. Exciting game that went down to extra innings. Loved watching, or not extra innings, a 4-1 game that they took a lead late and were able to hold on. Pitching for your San Diego Padres today is a favorite of the Hefe, Nestor Cortez, back on the bump. He's 1-1 on the year with a 7.1 ERA. 7.1 ERA, I'll repeat that. Pretty bad start to the season for Nestor, but he's only pitched in 12 innings, so very small sample size. On the other side is Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray is 9-5 on the year with a 2.85 ERA and a 1.13 whip. All that being said, Hefe, who do you like in this one?
That's a tough one, honestly. Yesterday's game was kind of boring up until the second half of the game. I think it was like 0-0 with 2 hits combined. By the time I went to bed, woke up and saw the Pods took it 4-1, I think. Today, I have to give the edge to Robbie Ray, even though he pitched way better in the early part of the season than he has as of late. Still serviceable, and he has pitched against San Diego already this year. Pretty solid outing. 7 innings pitched, only 2 runs given up across 7 innings with 9 Ks. I'm trying to find when that game was, how early in the season it was. I think it was early, which would change. Yeah, this game was very early. It was in 4th of July weekend. Ever since then, though, Robbie Ray and the Giants as a team have been kind of just floating by.
Yep.
I want to lean on the Padres again. I think it's hard, though, after you take the first game on the road to take another. Nestor's still kind of getting into game shape, only has 12 innings on his arm thus far.
Yep.
This is a true stay away from me. BPI, which you always like to bring up, heavy on the Giants, 64%.
Well, I will say, Hefe, he's made 1 start from returning from the IL, Nestor Cortez. He went 4 2/3, only allowing 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 3 Ks. He did get the win there. So it's kind of funny. He has 3 starts this year, right? They won 3-2. Then they won 1-0. And then in the first game of the year, do you remember what that was, Hefe? Against the New York Yankees when he returned back to New York, where he gave up 8 runs, 6 hits, 5 homers, 5 walks, and only had 2 Ks. If you take that Yankees game off of his season, he's allowed 2 runs on the year. So I know a lot of people are saying Nestor's been trash. Nestor is terrible now. We can't back Nestor. It was only 1 game. It was only 1 game, and he's come off the IL and pitched very well since. I'm going to be back in the Padres here, guys, yet again. I know, shocker, Alpha's on the Padres. Plus money. We're taking them at plus 100. The Giants are a team I love to fade. I said it on the show yesterday. Whoever was here yesterday knows exactly what I said. I love fading this San Francisco Giants team when they are a favorite. I don't like fading them when they're an underdog because they can put up some impressive wins. However, when they are a favorite, they are one of the least profitable teams in the MLB. They were a great team to fade when they were a favorite. This is another spot yet again where I'm going to fade them and take the Padres. The Padres had a big performance last night. They held the San Francisco offense to only one run. Do I expect Nestor to do that again? I hope so. But if he doesn't, I still have faith that this Padres team can still score enough against Robbie Ray. He does not scare me as much as he did early on in the season, and the Padres should have an impressive win here. Let's see the Padres win this one comfortably, so I don't have to stay up till 1:30 in the morning like I did last night watching the end of that Padres game. All right, Hefe, that's going to do it for our pre-scheduled 5 games, but as we always do on this show, we will cover any games you guys have requested from us throughout the duration of the show. Any more you want us to talk about, drop them in here. We will talk about them now. Also, we will be doing our best bet as always. So let's pull up the list of games. J-Bo has requested that we cover my Blue Jays hosting the Chicago Cubs. Pitching for the Chicago Cubs is Ben Brown. Ben Brown is 5-7 on the year with a 6.04 ERA and a 1.44 WHIP. In 92 innings of work, he's allowed 106 hits, 27 walks, and 16 homers. He does have 104 strikeouts in 92 innings, so he does have strikeout stuff. On the other side, we got the Berries. Jose Berrios. He's 8-4 in the year with a 3.89 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP. In 136 innings of work, he's allowed 128 hits, 45 walks, and 20 homers. The big number that stands out for the Berries is his walks. 45 walks is a lot of walks for this point in the season. He does not have the greatest strikeout stuff, 116 Ks and 136 innings as well. Hefe, all that being said, close line here, and I think it should be a much bigger line to the Blue Jays. I'll be honest here. What do you think?
It absolutely should be. Berrios is a way better pitcher in Canada than he is in the United States.
Good point.
And Ben Brown, on the opposite side, has an absolutely horrendous away ERA, hovering above 6, right under 6.3.
Let's be honest, Ben Brown has an absolutely terrible ERA no matter where the fuck he's pitching.
Period.
Yeah, not great. He's not great.
Trying to see if he's pitched against Toronto. He has not this year. Why would he? This is – I tend to agree with you. This is a Blue Jays play for me. The Blue Jays are in an interesting spot, Alpha, right? Take, get into the time machine, go back a few weeks, and the Blue Jays were the hottest team in the history of, Canadian freaking sports. They could put them in the game if they tried. I think they even won a damn game 20-1. I swear it was against the Rockies.
It was against the Rockies. But did you see the final score of that series? Hold on, let me pull it up here so I get the exact
No, they scored. That's what I'm saying. The bats went berserk. I think multiple games they scored.
It was 20-10-15 in 3 consecutive games. They had 15 runs, then a 10-run game, then a 20-run game. Guys, that's 45 fucking runs in 3 games.
And then they went from Colorado to the Dodgers, and the bats went to back-to-back games where they scored 1 run, losers back-to-back, but they kept off the last game with the win 5-4. Now they go home, much needed after a West Coast trip. I like the Jays here. I really do. This is a good play. I think the numbers stand behind it. Cubs are a good team, but when was their last game? Cubs' last game was a tough hell Sunday Night Baseball. They had a day off yesterday.
Yep, they're rested.
Yep.
Why did MLB just tweet out the start of the World Series? It's the weirdest thing. They just tweeted just a second ago that the World Series will start. It looks like, is that October or November 24th? I believe it's October 24th will be the first day of the World Series. Why the fuck are you tweeting that now? Whatever. Whatever. Look who we have look who we have. Are you ready to come on, sir? Or do you need a couple minutes? I got a thumbs up. We have JD at the pool. JD,
what's going on, guys?
What's up, JD? You loook like you're doing better than us today. Holy shit.
God, yeah.
Today was it's been a weird day, man. Like I woke up and it was nice and cool. But then it is damn warmed up quick.
So, that'll happen in August, brother. That'll happen in August.
So yeah, I am about to jump in this pool, but back at you here. So just want to drop in really quick. Play of the day for me is going to be the Dodgers. Today, I really think you can play the Dodgers in pretty much any way. As far as the run line,
on Ed Sheeran day, you got Ed Sheeran on the bump. Okay.
Yes, because he is actually more of a ground ball guy.
Yeah.
So as far as tonight, I really don't mind him. The big thing here is I think the Dodgers offense has a very big night. So the way I'm actually attacking this one is playing the Dodgers first 5 team total over 2.5.
God, I haven't heard you say that in so long, JD. It's nice hearing you have a first 5 team total over. You said that's at 2.5 for the first 5.
Yep, two and
That's
a
not
half.
bad at all. That's not bad at all. I think
There's
that'll
one.
definitely hit.
I believe their full game team like total is actually like 5.5. So actually like the actual books know like they're gonna score runs.
Yep, it's 5.5, not juiced on either side. Minus 113 on either side for the full game.
Gotcha. So yeah, but for me, yeah, just actually give me the first 5 there. But yeah, guys, yeah, just actually wanted to pop in here really quick. Hope everybody has a great day. I can't say what I normally say. Got to keep this family friendly because
You could do the abbreviation. You could do the abbreviation.
there are a bunch of kids around me, but let's freaking win.
Let's freaking win, JD. I said last week, everybody, JD was not supposed to be on the show until Thursday, but I guarantee you we see a little pool action, little poolside JD. We appreciate you as always, JD. The viewers are pumped. Not sure if you can see the comments. Thomas is blowing it up that you are here. J-Bo is pumped that you are here. So you go enjoy the rest of your trip, brother. Me and Hefe
Appreciate it, man.
down from here.
All right, guys. Later.
We will see you soon, JD. JD will be back on the show, guys, on Thursday. But until then, you're fucking stuck with me and the Hefe. Hefe, back over to this game. Anything you like in the Dodgers game before we switch off that one? Because JD just came in here, said it was his best bet.
Well,
for me, I don't have any action because the Dodgers are a minus 185 on the money line today. I do like JD's team total over for the first 5 on the 2.5. That does seem extremely low, especially when the full game is a 9.5 total juiced on the over. But do you like anything in this one?
Dodgers were one of my few teams that I was looking at to parlay with the Phillies. I do think, especially after last night's less than stellar performance, especially they were down 7-0. They only got close because Muncy hit a 3-run shot. That was kind of pointless late in the game. It ended 7-4, but it was never that close. Angels had that from the get-go. Yamamoto never had it. I think the Dodgers bounce back and get a win today. I totally agree with everything JD said, but I'm not going to go with the run line. I think the Dodgers are a great piece to parlay with multiple different teams.
Who did you like it earlier? Is that the parlay piece you were going to go with? What was the first game we covered?
No.
Phillies.
Yes.
Phillies.
So the Phillies is what I mentioned as one of my favorites, but there's still one team that in a game that we have not went over that I think is an absolute slam dunk team to put into a parlay piece here.
Well, maybe it's the next game we're breaking down because a couple people in chat have asked us to break down Is that a pretty good dramatic pause, Hefe? Should I finish what the game's going to actually be now?
I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are you on the edge of your seat? Are you ready to go here? You ready for the game? Well, the game is going to be the Seattle Mariners game. Let me pull it up here. And it's the early game against the Baltimore Orioles. Hefe, me and you have talked about it on the show a gazillion times. Me and JD have talked about it on the show a gazillion times. The Orioles are such a fade, especially since the trade deadline. They are just such an absolute fade. Our guy Thomas and J-Bo are both asking us to break this one down. I have a feeling they both like the Mariners as a parlay piece. You got to break it down. Pitching, well, first I'll break the game down, then you give out what you like on this one. Pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby. Kirby's 7-5 on the year with a 4.04 ERA and a 1.13 WHIP. In 78 innings of work, he's only allowed 68 hits, 20 walks, and 9 dingers. On the other side, Dean Kramer. Mr. Kramer is 8-8 on the year with a 4.35 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. In 132 innings of work, he's allowed 134 hits, 35 walks, and 18 dingers. Hefe, Dean Kramer was a fade for me earlier in the year. He was a pitcher that pretty much every time he was on the bump, I was looking for some way to fade this team. However, Dean Kramer at home is a different Dean Kramer. He's 5-2 on the year with a 2.89 ERA. However, his last 4 starts, the team has lost every single game that he has started. So that's a lot on Dean Kramer, a lot about this game. Are the Mariners a parlay piece for you, Hefe? What do you got? Break it down.
Hell freaking yeah. The Mariners, nobody's been talking about them. They won 7 games in a row, 9-1 in their last 10. Playing fantastic baseball. Bringing in Suarez at the trade deadline, bringing him back, I should say. He was a Mariner in years past, is really big for them in their lineup. I also digging a little deeper into Kirby, since July, he has pitched in 6 games. He's not won all those, but the Mariners have won 5 of them. Only loss to the best team in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers. And I'm totally fine with that. When you add all those things together, and the Orioles absolutely being a laughingstock of an organization that refused to just, do anything but continuously betting on their prospects, it's quite hilarious. They're doing the opposite of the Padres. It's really so funny. I love the Mariners here. I could see the Mariners on the run line, but I'm way more comfortable in doing the Mariners in any one of these situations. Mariners with the Phillies at plus 155 odds. Mariners with the Dodgers also at plus 150 odds. There is another team out there that could be a parlay piece. Are we going over any more games?
As of now, no. Unless J-Bo or Thomas or any of the boys drop any more. This is our last requested game. So if you guys have any more, drop them in now.
All good. The last team I was thinking about was the Tigers versus the White Sox. Tigers, another one of those games. Close game, 1-1 all game. Late home run in the 9th inning for the Tigers, took the lead, and they won it. I know Flaherty's on the mound. He hasn't been great. But
6-11.
Who's the damn White Sox. I would any combination of Tigers, Dodgers, Mariners, and Phillies I love for a 2-team parlay.
The Tigers scare me, man. They've been dog shit since the All-Star break. Let's take a second here. They're probably the most nervy team to bet on right now. They've got to be they're a team that was really hitting well in the beginning of the year. They're really playing well, but you take a look at this roster, and they really don't have anybody who's hitting for a high average anymore. No. Everybody's average is dipped below 300. They don't have a single guy who's hitting over 300, and they don't really have anyone who's hot right now. So I think it's a little scary back in the Tigers right now. I mean, shout out to our guy, JD. JD, that was his team he called before the All-Star break, saying they were going to have a terrible second half. And to be honest with you, he's been spot on. So does it scare you at all with the Tigers, especially with them being on the road? They're about a 500 ball club on the road. It does.
And Flaherty's real bad on the road. 2-5 ERA, just under 5.7. 1-4 on his last 5 starts.
That's what scares me, man. That's what scares me about the Detroit Tigers, especially with Jack Flaherty on the bump.
Yep. I'm going off of what I'm looking at, and I still believe against the White Sox team they have a chance. I want to look into something really quick.
Let's go through Jack Flaherty's last 10 starts. I just pulled it up here.
Oh wait, Flaherty has somehow pitched twice against the White Sox this year, and both times the Tigers have won the game. Once was in April, so that doesn't even matter to me.
Yep.
But once was in July on right before the dry weekend, and they smacked them, and it was in Chicago.
Let me quickly go over the last, I believe it's 10. It might be 11. Fuck it, I'm going over the stretch. So here we go. Against the Reds on June 14th, they lost 11-1. Against the Rays on June 20th, they lost 14-8. Against the Athletics on June 25th, they lost 3-0. Against the Nationals on July 2nd, they lost 9-4. Against the Rays on July 8th, they won 4-2. Against the Mariners on 7/13, they lost 8-4. Against the Pirates on 7/21, they lost 3-0. Against the Blue Jays, that's where he got his big win, 10-4 on July 27th. And then against the Phillies on August 1st, loss against the Twins. The other day, his last start, he got rocked by the Twins, who don't have any major league ball players. So he's lost 9 of his last 11 games. The team has lost 9 of the last 11 games he has started. He has not gotten a loss on every single one, but the team loses when he pitches. So it just scares me with that stat that this team just keeps losing, and especially that he just got lit up by the Minnesota Twins. I mean, we just talked about them yesterday. We've seen the roster. They're just not a major league roster over here. So for me, I just can't back the Tigers right now. I mean, with Flaherty on the bump, at least. With Flaherty on the bump. Question, Patty is saying Hefe's over here fading the MBM dog of the day. Which is the MBM dog of the day? Was that the Mariners game we just went over? With the Orioles. So it may be the Orioles. I do know that the MBM dog of the day is usually a pretty large dog, so it does fit the mold that it might be the Orioles here at a plus 145. But I am with Hefe here. I do not think the O's get a big win. And Thomas is saying he agrees with Hefe. He is on the Mariners-Dodgers parlay. All right, Hefe, any other games you want to go over today before we dive into
the only one that I think is really interesting that we didn't talk about is the obvious Yankee game.
Ooh, okay. My guy, Patty. Patty, I'm fucking with you. I am with you. I would not take the Tigers today with Jack Flaherty. The White Sox are Patty's dog of the day. What game have?
Sorry, the Yankee game. I mean, yesterday we saw the Yankees bats come a little, hit some home runs. The Twins obviously showed you exactly what they are, minor league ball club. Today you have an absolute pitching advantage because I don't even think the Twins are.
They have not announced who it is. It's going to be a bullpen game, probably.
Okay, great. Congratulations to them. We all know how strong their bullpen is for trading.
Very good bullpen.
To every single team. Rodon on the mound for the Yanks. Listen, these are the games you need to win. I'm sorry, but at this point, because of the stretch that you had for the last 2 weeks, you got to sweep these series. You can't win them. You got to sweep them now.
Yeah.
And I think, just like we've been talking about, when a team gets hot, please, nobody think that I'm saying the Yankees are hot. They are not hot. But I did see multiple players hit home runs yesterday. And I do like seeing that it wasn't just, one guy being hot. It was basically through the line.
Yeah.
Better pitcher tonight. That's no doubt about it. The money line is juiced. My question is this. Do you have the balls to back the Yanks on a run?
No, absolutely not. Let me go back and talk about this game. A pitcher for the New York Yankees has not gotten to the 7th inning in over a month. The only other time it's happened was Will Warren. Who is the guy who did it yesterday? Will Warren. So he's the only one who can fucking pitch right now. When you take a look at Rodon's numbers, they're not good as of late. You take a look. He's 2-2 since the All-Star break. They lost to the Blue Jays 4-1 when he started. He gave up 2 runs, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 were unearned because, let's be honest here, the Yankees don't play defense. There's a lot of unearned runs. Then they beat the Phillies. He had a decent game. He went 5 1/3. Then against the Marlins, dude, he was only able to get into the 5th inning. He got 4 innings and 2 outs, gave up 2 hits, 4 earned, and had 5 walks. In his last game, he had 4 walks. The Yankees won 3-2, but he gave up 6 hits and 4 walks in 5 innings. He danced all game with runners on the bases, and he was only able to get 3 strikeouts. Over his last 2 games, he's walked 9 batters. So Rodon's another one I'm not comfortable backing right now. Do you think the Yanks get it done as big favorites? And also quickly, Thomas, we did cover the Atlanta Mets game. I believe it was the 2nd or 3rd one we covered. You can rewind back and take a look. Both of us agreed to not take the Mets today, even though it looks like a great Mets spot. Don't take the Mets today.
It's not an official play, but I think the Yankees win this one by multiple runs. I do. And I think today is going to be the last time, because I don't think you'll get this tomorrow, where you can get the run line at a pretty solid number. No, I do not have the balls to do it because I've watched way too many Yankee games. I could see the Yankees being up 3-1 the entire game, and Devin Williams, for whatever reason, struts out there on that dumbass mound with his dumbass face and his dumbass beard and his dumbass pitches, and gives up a solo home run that means absolutely nothing except for dumbass people like me who would have the run line.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wouldn't take the Yankees in any sort of run line. If you want to parlay them, I do think they do sweep the Twins because the Twins are trash. Exactly. Not at a minus 250. Not at a minus 250. I just don't think there's any value on them. And like I said, we've said it on the show. Hefe's been on saying it. JD's been on saying it. Until you see a team rip off a couple wins in a row, you can't start backing them. The Yankees won 1. Good for them. Let's see them sweep the Twins, and maybe in the next series we'll get back on the train. All right, Hef. That's going to do it for our breakdowns today. Looks like there's no other games. Did we cover most of them anyway? Let me take a look if there's anything else I want to talk about. Any from my card? Not really. I think we covered all the ones that I have plays on. So I'm good. Any other games you want to cover, Hef?
No. I'm looking at it. We've pretty much covered every single game. The Rays and the Athletics. I like to call it the battle of the minor league stadiums, which is hilarious. That's not worth us mentioning. What are the games? Diamondbacks Rangers. That game threw me off so much yesterday that I need a day break.
Question: do you back the Rangers with Jack Leiter? He's a 0-back pitcher for me. He's somebody I will not back this year.
Nationals Royals. That game's probably going to be blacked out in both markets, so can't bet on it because you can't watch it. And Marlins Guardians, same exact thing as the last one, and that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much all we covered all the good ones. We covered a bunch of games today. So let's get into our best bets for today, Tuesday, August 12th. Hefe, I went 3-0 on best bets yesterday, brother. What are you going to do today? Show me something. What do you got?
I'm doing one. It's the parlay. Guys, this is it. It's official. Said there were multiple teams I was looking at. I've chosen the teams. Philadelphia Phillies, Seattle Mariners, plus 155. Let's cash.
Love it. Phillies and Mariners for Hefe. That's the only best bet for you today. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, we're putting those two into one. That's it. I have a couple leans. My strongest lean, other than that I would quasi put up there, is the Brewers. I do think the Brewers win this game. They're going to lose eventually. I just think today it is very easy to sell yourself on backing the Pirates.
I got 4 best bets. Fuck it. I was only going to give out 2, but I feel hot right now. I'm feeling good right now. I feel like my reads are on point right now. So might as well just dive in. So I'll give you guys all the plays I gave out today, basically, that are not the parlay. And if you can go back and see what my parlay is, you can get a fucking 5th best bet. So do your research. You can get it there. Blue Jays. Blue Jays in the money line, minus 120. Astros on the money line, minus 115. Padres on the money line, plus 100. And finally, we're going to go back to that Brewers-Pirates game. We're taking the over 6.5 at minus 120. Those are my 4. You guys know what the parlay is as well. I went over it. I mean, fuck it. The parlay was the Philadelphia Phillies.
And the Cards.
I'm getting the odds for you now for the up-to-date. Plus 160. So you guys got 5 best bets from me today.
Oh no, your over is juiced. The Jays are juiced. Other than that, everything's in plus money, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yesterday, all 3 were plus money. That
remind me what your other plus money straight bet was?
From yesterday or today?
No, today. You got the Jays, you got the over, you got the Padres. What was the last one?
Hold on. I just took everything off, so let me put them all back on my screen. Astros, but they're not plus money. Minus 115. Minus 115.
All right, got it. Wow. It's a whole lot.
Let's see what happens here. Thomas thinks there's some good bets. Thomas, I hope you're right, because we'll find out. Because that's basically my entire VIP card today. Let's get after it, guys. J-Bo likes the Padres, and we appreciate every single one of you tuning in as you always do. Hefe, what do you got to say to the people before we get the fuck out of here?
Hey, man. JD might be around some kids at a pool, but I'm here alone, baby. So let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. What a day, by the way. We got a little poolside JD. I wish we were shirtless, but we'll take a poolside JD. Got a little riggy action with the heifer. We got the cat on the screen. We've got 5 best bets from the dog today. You're lucky he didn't bark at that fucking cat. Hefe, as always, a pleasure working with you, brother. We'll see you tomorrow as you're covering for JD yet again. And JD, I know you're still watching somewhere because I know wherever you are, you're always watching. We're excited to have you back on Thursday and get you back in the fold. Everyone out there, let's cash all our bets today. Like I said, we appreciate every single one of you tuning in. And as JD says, and Hefe says, let's fucking win. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place.